Hi, Kia ora listeners. Let's learn sumo. I'm Clayton. Welcome to the podcast. This is day 12 of the March Haru basho from Osaka in Japan. I'm coming to you today from Tenterfield in New South Wales. If you remember the Australian singer Peter Allen, he sang that song Go to Rio. Well, he also sang a song called The Tenterfield Saddler. It's just a little saddler shop that's in town here, little country town in New South Wales. Anyway, let's have a quick catch up on day 10 and 11 of the basho. Yokozuna Hoshoryu easily dealt with Wakamoto Haru on day 10 to get his 8th win and Kachikoshi for the Yokozuna. Aonishiki, he had hard work for an Watanage belt throw on Hirodumi. He put up a pretty good fight, Hirodumi there. That was Aonishiki's 5th win. Korizakura, he fought Daisho. Good deflection of the tachiai as Daisho went forward down Hataki Komi. Korizakura, that got him to his 6th win. Kirishima took his 9th win over Takanosho with a Hikiatoshi. Takanosho got a bit too committed off the tachiai, followed Kirishima, who opened the door as Takanosho went down. Takeyasu, he went out to an easy Yorikiri to Oho, funnily enough. He's a bit inspired, Oho, by his grandfather Taiho. Easily got onto the belt and took Takeyasu backwards and out. Karashoho, he took a loss from Shodai. Yuri Tayoshi forced down. Shodai just fired out of the tachiai, forced Koto Shoho back to the bales and down easily. That put Koto Shoho behind the leaders, and he was on 8. Our other leader, Goniyama, he faced the pocket rocket Asakoryu. This was interesting as Asakoryu was always going to hanker Goniyama. Goniyama got down to the tachiai and balked him to hell, forced a mata out of Asakoryu, who hankered to the left massively. Big catch out, and he was forced to restart, and obviously he couldn't hanker a second time. He had to face Goniyama, who easily slapped Asakoryu down. 9 wins for Goniyama there. A little bit of tactics at play. Day 11 was a bit of a hard one for Goniyama, who faced the fellow leader Sekiwake Kirishima. It was a good tachiai as Kirishima defends the blasting tachiai by Goniyama. They thrust and pivot as they exchange thrust. Kirishima, he retreated in defence, almost slips over, but he stayed up. Goniyama forces Kirishima back to the bales. Kirishima just stepped left at the bale. Sukiyotoshi thrust down. Goniyama goes down. It was a really good move, good tactics. Kirishima moves to 10 wins and Goniyama 9. That put him as the sole leader. Hoshoryu, he faced Takeyasu. Good tachiai as Hoshoryu missed the belt on the right. Takeyasu fired forward with an extended arm, chasing Hoshoryu as he retreats and tries for the Hataki Komi. Hoshoryu, he used good footwork to his left, as Takeyasu, just a little bit overcommitted, goes down forward. Hoshoryu, 9 wins and 1 behind. Aonishiki, he faced the leader Koto. There's a good tachiai as Koto tries to get inside, but he misses. Switch to Oshi thrusting. Aonishiki forces him back to the bales, but Aonishiki does not have a grip and he's down in that low stance. Koto just stepped to the left and thrust Aonishiki down. It's a dangerous thing to stay low and thrust forward if you don't have a grip on your opponent. Aonishiki stuck on 5. Koto moves to 9 wins, 1 behind. Early leader Takanosho, he slipped on his feet against Korizakura to be stuck on 7 wins and well out of it. Day 12 and the leaders are getting serious. Goniyama, he faced Korizakura. It seemed like Goniyama had a plan. It was otherwise ineffective. It really looked like he had no plan because it was a good tachiai. Korizakura retreated with his hands around Goniyama's head, tries to pull him down. Korizakura, he goes laterally left with Goniyama chasing, but it seems Goniyama didn't really have much of a plan. Korizakura then thrust forward, has Goniyama back over the bales, Oshidashi. Goniyama stuck on 9 wins. Koto, he faced Yoshino Fuji, got himself an easy win there. Good tachiai, they thrusted each other. Yoshino Fuji ends up a bit committed and Koto opens the door. Yoshino Fuji goes down. 10 wins Koto. Can he pull another Yusho out of the box? But the blockbuster fight of the night, Yokozuna Hoshoryu faced Kirishima in a fight that was likely to be pretty much the Yusho decider for Hoshoryu at least. The Yokozuna made what I think are a couple of mistakes which cost him the fight. First up, his setup and insistence at the tachiai that he is last down Works in some cases, but against Kirishima, he just telegraphed the start, which gave Kirishima a big jump at the tachiai. Secondly, he tried a left-handed slap. It was really fast. I had to really slow down the fight and have a look at the replay. And all it did was it allowed Kirishima to stay low and get in the belt faster. Thirdly, probably the defining point, Hoshoryu got himself a right deep inside belt all the way around the back of Kirishima's belt, right on the next to the knot. And Kirishima got himself a left outside belt grip, but it was only at the side of Hoshoryu's belt. Now Kirishima used that deep belt grip as Hoshoryu was really wrapped around him to get control of Hoshoryu and pivot around and keep twisting, which kept Hoshoryu's feet off balance. And as he twisted, he uses Hoshoryu's deep grip, pull him around, get him over his hip and pull him over a Watanage. Hoshoryu, 9 wins. And look, barring a weird outcome in the next couple of nights, Kirishima now the sole leader on 11 wins. Likely to see an Ozeki promotion regardless of this outcome now. So Kirishima, sole leader, I should say, on 11 wins. 10 wins has Kota Shoho, 9 wins has Goniyama and Hoshoryu, Kachikoshi so far, Korizukura, Takanosho, Asakoryu, Asanayama, Fujisien and Asahakoryu. Still a few looking for Kachikoshi. Day 13, Kirishima will face Oho. He should get over that one fairly easily. And one of the chasing pack, Kota Shoho, faces the Yokozuna Hoshoryu. Goniyama has Atami Fuji. It is Kirishima's in his hand at the moment. That's it for tonight, folks. Join me again. Hakioi, let's learn sumo.